it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. Deep to right field. Way up there. And way down the sideline. Jefferson. Another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle. Stayed on his feet.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a great day. And as we all know, if a team falls down 0-3 in a playoff series, it is pretty much a given death sentence. No team in NBA history has ever come back and won a series after being down 3-0 in any playoff series, let alone the NBA Finals. So this was a do-or-die game for the Milwaukee Bucks on their home floor, in front of the entire Deer District who had been waiting for 47 years for this very moment. Well, let's just say the Bucks were on a mission, and they were not about to let this series slip away from them on their home floor. Giannis Antetokounmpo continued to dominate and solidify his status as a superstar while also building a legacy for himself in NBA history. The Greek Freak finished with 41 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists on 14 of 23 from the field. This dominant performance puts him in special company among the NBA's all-time greats as he becomes the first player since LeBron James in 2016 to score 40-plus points in back-to-back finals games. He also joins Shaq as the only players in finals history to put up 40-plus points and 10 rebounds in back-to-back games. To add to the greatness of the performance, while back in front of his own fans and free of loud chants he had been hearing on the road, Antetokounmpo went 13 of 17 at the line. Shall he continue to score and dominate at this rate, he could potentially tie Michael Jordan's most consecutive 40-point game record in the NBA Finals. Ironically, it was in the 1993 Finals in which he beat the Phoenix Suns. And he had four straight 40-point games. Unreal. I didn't even know that stat until today. That insane 4 straight games with 40 pieces. But it doesn't surprise me when you're talking about the GOAT of basketball. Giannis is incredible. That's never questioned. But what has been a question over the course of this series is when and how the other two members of the Bucks, well, quote-unquote, the big three, would step up. Well, Drew Holiday bounced back, and from two poor games in the first few games of the series with 5 3-pointers and 21 points to get it going once again in this series. Chris Middleton also added a solid 18 on 6 of 14 shooting, but I know he can step up more than that. But there's definitely growth there from the Game 2 catastrophe. Horrible in Game 2. As for the Suns, they got bully balled all night, with Ayton getting in foul trouble early, which put the Suns, they made them had to go small. And out comes Jay Crowder at the 5, which was no match for the size of the Bucks and Giannis and the rest of the squad that rules in the paint and on the boards. It also didn't help that their star backcourt combined for just 29 points, with Chris Paul having 19, while Devin Booker had a little production with a postseason low of 10 points and awful 3 of 14 shooting. Yikes. So Game 4 is going to be arguably the most important game of this series. If the Suns win, they build a 3-1 edge heading back to that electric crowd in Phoenix for a close closeout game. If the Bucks win, they will make this series a series again, tying it up 2 games apiece, and they will have the momentum in their favor. It's going to be a competitive game where both teams are going to be going after each other, but which one will come out top, we can only wait and see. But it is the most important game of this series because it is the defining moment in where this series is headed. If the Bucks win, they have momentum pushing themselves way forward. And they will most likely, if they win in Game 4, series is tied. Then if they win in Game 5, I say they close it out in 6 in Milwaukee. No one beats you in Milwaukee, pretty much, except maybe Ice Tray back in Game 1. But if the Suns win in Game 5, yes, they'll recover, but I think they still can't win in Milwaukee, so I think that series will go 7. So Game 4 is huge, but if they win Game 4 and go up 3-1, then I just don't see how Milwaukee comes back. 1-4 straight would be pretty crazy. So I don't see how they can do that, but it is always possible. LeBron James, of course, but it's going to be a great game. Game 4, great game for Game 3. Giannis dominated. Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday both improved, but I know they can reach that next level and maximize their potential. So it should be a good one, folks. Hope you all enjoyed. You can catch it all on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube, and I'll see you all in the next one.